Hello, welcome to our RecapPlus channel with me, Matthew. Today we will watch a recap movie called The Second, released in 2020. This is a spoiler content video. So please turn on the subtitle and let's start the story. Three special forces, under the command of Major Davis, are en route to the presidential building. They've been tasked with evacuating the president due to a bomb threat from a terrorist group. Upon their arrival, Major Davis escorts the president to safety. During their journey, the president complains that he should have been picked up in a more luxurious car. Major Davis responds, explaining that the choice of vehicle is intentional, meant to deceive the terrorists so they won't realize the president is in that car. Moments later, the president's cell phone rings, and just as he answers the call, an explosion occurs. They come under attack by a group of terrorists. Major Davis quickly ushers the president to safety, while two of his men engage in combat with the attackers. During the exchange of gunfire, the terrorist leader, who has a bomb attached to his vest, takes one of Davis's team members hostage. He demands an exchange between his subordinate and the president. However, one of Davis's team members detonates the bomb attached to the terrorist leader's vest, resulting in the death of both of them. Fast forward 3 months. Major Davis is on his way to pick up his son, who is studying out of town. A while later, his wife approaches him to ensure he has everything he needs. Before leaving, she asks him to call her, which he agrees to, using his son's cell phone since his own is broken. The scene shifts to a college campus where we meet Davis's son, Sean. All students on this campus are required to reside in the dormitory and can only return home during semester breaks. That afternoon, after a physical education class, students prepare to go home for the semester break starting the next day. After class, Aaron, a friend of Sean, strikes up a conversation with him. As they chat, their teacher reminds them to pack up as the campus will be closing that afternoon. In the late afternoon, Sean knocks on Aaron's door, and when she answers, he suggests that they leave soon since everyone else has gone home, leaving just the two of them behind. Aaron, upon hearing this, asks if Sean would like to help her pack. Meanwhile, at the entrance to the campus area, a man wearing black sunglasses systematically eliminates all the security guards stationed there. 20 minutes later, a group of suspicious individuals gathered outside the campus building. They are revealed to be kidnappers sent to abduct Aaron, who happens to be the daughter of Supreme Court Justice Walton. After neutralizing the security guards, Melvin, the man responsible, instructs his team to execute their respective tasks immediately. He will assume the role of the new driver sent by Aaron's father. Aaron and Sean descend the stairs, and upon their arrival, they are greeted by Melvin, who claims to be the new driver sent by Aaron's father. Simultaneously, Major Davis arrives at the campus entrance. One of the kidnappers' crew members, disguised as a security guard, intercepts him and promptly reports Davis's arrival. Upon seeing his father's arrival, Sean appeared elated, especially since it had been 6 months since their last meeting. Just as Aaron is about to step into her car, she suddenly recalls leaving her laptop in her room. When Davis spots Aaron, he inquires Sean about her identity, to which Sean replies that she is Aaron, the daughter of the Supreme Court Justice. This revelation surprised Davis, as he hadn't expected the daughter of a Supreme Court Justice to attend this college. Davis suggests they wait for Aaron to return from her room since Aaron and Sean are the only students who have not yet left the campus. It's at this moment that he begins to find things suspicious. His suspicions further mount when he observes the peculiar behavior of the campus cleaning staff. Davis decides to ask his son to wait in the car and goes upstairs to meet Aaron. He intends to inquire about the driver who came to pick her up. Upon reaching Aaron, he asks her to call her father and confirm whether he has indeed sent a new driver. During the call, Aaron's father denies sending a new driver, and, abruptly, the phone call disconnects. After verifying that Aaron's father hadn't arranged for a new driver, Davis urgently advises Aaron to leave the campus with him. However, suddenly, all the lights in the building go out. Davis approaches a window and spots a woman standing guard outside. It dawns on him that the people he had seen earlier were plotting to kidnap Aaron. He instructs Aaron to remain calm and stick close to him as they attempt to find an escape route from the dormitory building. Just then, Aaron's cell phone rings, and when she answers, it turns out to be a call from Melvin. Melvin realizes that Aaron and Davis are already onto his intentions. He asks Aaron to hand her phone to Davis. He explains that he and his team have encircled the area and gained control over all campus access and networks. He suggests that Davis surrender Aaron immediately, and in exchange, he will permit Davis and his son to go free. Undaunted by the threat, Davis bravely challenges Melvin, asserting that he will never surrender Aaron, no matter the circumstances. At the Supreme Court Justice's home, Aaron's father, engrossed in a game of pool, is interrupted by his bodyguard, who informs him that the CIA director, Philip, is coming to see him. The justice instructs his bodyguard to allow Philip in. Philip discusses the purpose of his visit, seeking the judge's opinion on an upcoming trial slated for the next few days. He mentions a pending amendment, stating that only Judge Walton's opinion can validate it. The upright judge firmly declines Philip's request. Upon his refusal, Philip warns that something dire will befall Aaron, his daughter, if he doesn't comply with Philip's demands. Growing increasingly concerned, Sean embarks on a search for his father and Aaron, who are still inside the campus building. Upstairs, he encounters one of the abductors posing as a janitor. Without raising suspicion, Sean informs him that he's looking for his father and Aaron. However, once they're inside the elevator, he launches a surprise attack from behind. Thankfully, just moments later, Davis and Aaron arrive. Davis swiftly incapacitates the man, taking his height radio and gun. Afterward, he leads Sean and Aaron to the campus library, instructing them to stay put while he confronts the kidnappers. Before departing, Davis arms them with the gun and height radio he had acquired earlier. Shortly after, one of the abductors enters the elevator and notices 2 cell phones on the floor. As he reaches down to pick them up, Davis seizes the opportunity to strike back. After restraining the man, Davis brings him to an upper-level room for questioning. He attempts to call the police for assistance, but their efforts are in vain since the kidnappers have hacked all the campus networks. Taking advantage of Davis being momentarily off guard, the bald man attempts an attack, but Davis eventually overpowers him, resulting in the man's demise. Meanwhile, the leader of the abductors, Melvin, who is disclosed as a CIA agent, finally uncovers Davis's true identity. He is stunned to learn that Davis is a major in the military's highly esteemed special forces and was a troop leader in the Bosnian, Somali, and Kosovo wars. Even during the Somali conflict, Davis single-handedly eliminated 5 enemies. Realizing that Davis is no ordinary adversary, Melvin warns all his men to exercise extreme caution. Back in the library where Aaron and Sean are hiding, they notice Sean's injured hand, prompting Aaron to insist on seeking treatment in the medical room. Once there, Aaron tends to Sean's wound. Meanwhile, just outside the medical room, the man who had earlier attacked Sean regains consciousness and resumes his mission. He approaches the medical room, initiating a scuffle with Sean. Overwhelmed, Sean receives assistance from Aaron, who inflicts injuries on the assailant's face. In retaliation, the assailant strikes Aaron, causing her to fall. Upon seeing Aaron injured, Sean aims his gun at the man. Although the man surrenders at gunpoint, Sean opts to spare his life. Elsewhere, Davis continues to contend with 2 of Melvin's men, eventually defeating them both. Aaron and Sean make their way back to the library, but on their route, Aaron is apprehended by one of Melvin's men disguised as a security guard. Sean points his gun at the man, but abruptly, a precise long-range shot fired by Davis neutralizes the threat, killing the man. Davis urgently encourages them to leave the campus as quickly as possible. However, the PE teacher, who was seen at the beginning of the movie, emerges from his room. Sean informs the teacher that the campus is under attack and they must leave immediately. Upon reaching the front of the elevator, Melvin's henchmen open fire on them. Davis makes a difficult decision, urging Sean and Aaron to enter the elevator while he fends off the attackers. But Sean is determined not to leave his father, choosing to stay by his side. Aaron and the teacher stick to their original plan to escape the dormitory building. RecapPlus is waiting for them. To their shock, the teacher had conspired with Melvin's team. He demands payment but meets a grim fate instead, as Melvin orders his crew to plant a bomb in the elevator, aware that Davis and Sean are above it. Upstairs, Davis spots the bomb and rushes to evade it. Meanwhile, Supreme Court Justice Walton, deeply concerned about his daughter, receives a video from Philip showing Aaron as a hostage. Fearing for her safety, Judge Walton is compelled to comply with Philip's demands and agrees to meet him in a designated location. Davis and Sean miraculously survive the elevator bomb blast. Davis instructs Sean to go after Aaron, while he takes on the sniper on top of the building. Sean recklessly pursues Aaron on his motorcycle, and Davis catches up by jumping onto the car driven by Melvin's henchman, Sproul. While Sean is shot and captured by Melvin, Davis remains engaged in combat with Sproul and other members of Melvin's team. He successfully eliminates them and notices a GPS device indicating Supreme Court Justice Walton's location, who happens to be passing in the same direction. After intercepting Judge Walton's car and assuring him of help, they swiftly set out to rescue Sean and Aaron. Upon their arrival at the hostage location, Judge Walton goes alone to confront one of Philip's men. He attempts an escape, triggering an explosion. Davis arrives with a gun, ruthlessly taking down Philip's men one by one. Elsewhere, Sean engages in a fight with Philip's men, successfully defeating them. He then rescues Aaron, who is held at gunpoint. Judge Walton arrives, ensuring their safety and promptly relocating them to a secure place. In another location, Davis continues to battle with Melvin, inadvertently causing a gas leak. Realizing the impending explosion, Davis hastily retreats. The gas ignites, and Melvin remains at the scene. Following the explosion, Davis reunites with Sean and Aaron, who are both safe. The following day, Philip is taken aback by an unexpected visit from Melvin at his residence. Surprisingly, Melvin managed to survive the explosion from the previous night. Melvin informs Philip that he intends to collect payment as previously agreed. However, Philip, citing the failure of their plan due to Davis, refuses to pay him a single cent. Upon hearing this news, Melvin fatally shoots Philip. The scene transitions to the hospital, where Davis is by his son's side, tending to the injuries Sean sustained during the recent ordeal. Davis presents his watch to Sean, explaining that it was a gift from President Clinton in recognition of his successful completion of numerous perilous missions for the country. He shares the president's message when presenting the watch: "When you wear this, I want you to think about the lives you saved, not the ones you took." Shortly afterward, Aaron visits Sean, bringing him much joy. Davis then departs, leaving the two of them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. You can also click on the videos on your screen to watch more interesting videos. And please share your thoughts about today's video in the comments down below. Lastly, always remember to stay safe and stay healthy. See you in the next video.